Hi everyone, Meghan Ayurveda here, and I want to show you how to use one of the most essential Ayurvedic tools there is, the tongue cleaner. So the tongue is a really important organ in Ayurveda because it is the most visible digestive organ. It's the very first part of your digestive tract or your alimentary canal. And it shows us a lot of things about the health of your body and even your mind. So you'll want to look at your tongue every morning and see what has accumulated overnight, if anything. And if there is a coating on the tongue, it's indicating that your digestive system isn't working as efficiently as it should be. In fact, it is forming some ama, spelled A-M-A, and it's a Sanskrit word that basically means toxicity in the digestive tract from faulty or improper digestion of the food you're eating. And when this builds up in our body, coats our cells, gunks up our channels, it can eventually lead to disease. So to prevent that, you want to make sure that you are following healthy eating guidelines and eating your food in the proper way, and then also consulting with your friendly neighborhood Ayurvedic practitioner and making sure that you are eating a diet that's conducive to whatever imbalances you are working with. All right, so to get down to the practice of tongue scraping, each morning, first thing, before you brush your teeth, before you eat anything, even before consuming any liquids or even water, you want to check out your tongue and gently scrape from back to front. So I'm right in front of my sink here. And what you'll want to do is just turn on your water. Mine's a little squeaky. And then you take your scraper and run from back to front, and then scrape off or rinse off anything that comes with it, okay? And you want to do that about 7 to 10 times, depending on how much you're finding on the tongue. There might be some mornings that you have more coating than others. You might be a little drier some mornings than others. You might have more saliva some mornings than others. And this is due to what you ate or how you ate the day before. So the coating on the tongue is generally indicative of how you ate the 24 hours before. And then you might observe any cracks on the tongue, which is going to show if you have any dryness in the body. Scalloping on the sides of the tongue, which would show that you have some malabsorption going on in your digestive tract, right? You're not breaking down and assimilating your food properly. If there's a lot of redness, it might indicate some inflammation in the body. If you have teeth marks on the sides of your tongues, which are different from scallops, it might be showing that your tongue is swollen or that you are retaining fluid in the body. So all of these things are really interesting patterns to look at, which can change day to day depending on your hydration levels, what you ate the day before, how you ate the day before. So really fascinating tool and a very helpful tool, tongue cleaner, tongue scraper. And what this will also do is stimulate your digestion first thing in the morning. So it will help raise your agni or your digestive fire and get you ready to consume breakfast later. The other thing the tongue cleaner does, which I find pretty amazing, is it completely eliminates morning breath. So you might not even have to brush your teeth right away. You might be able to go, have your tea, drink some water, do a little bit, maybe even have your breakfast and then brush your teeth. But it's totally up to you. After you clean the tongue, you can then brush your teeth. Definitely drink some water. That's one of the first things you want to do for your digestive system in the morning because we have been presumably fasting and not drinking any liquid for the last at least 8 hours. So if you're following an Ayurvedic diet and way of life, then you want to have given yourself like a 12-hour fasting window, not necessarily from liquid, but definitely from food. So we want to hydrate first thing in the morning, and that will also help raise or stoke your agni or your digestive fire, your metabolism. Agni in Sanskrit means fire, right? So each cell in your body has a fire or a metabolism, and then the larger system, your digestive system, is one of the main fires or main agnis, main metabolisms, right, in the body. So doing your tongue cleaning will help improve your breath, will help ignite your metabolism and digestive system, and also will give you an opportunity to check out and see how your digestion is going, what's going on in the body based on how your tongue tissue looks, or if there is any coating on the tongue. If the coating is yellow, We know that your ama, or your toxicity being formed from digestion, is mixing with the pitta dosha. That's the dosha that is made of fire and a little bit of water, the really hot dosha. If the coating is very white, then we know that the ama, or the toxicity in the digestive system, is mixing with kapha dosha, and that's the heavy, slower, sluggish dosha that's made of earth and water. And if we are seeing a grayish or brownish or kind of a darker coating on the tongue, then we can assume that the ama, or the toxicity being formed from your digestion or faulty digestion, is mixing with vata dosha, and that's the drier, lighter, more mobile and unstable of the doshas, made out of the elements of ether and air. So your tongue can tell you quite a few things about your doshas, your elements, your imbalances, your digestion, how things are going, your hydration levels. But it's a really great way to start your day. And if you're looking to start a morning routine, or an Ayurvedic morning routine, then starting with tongue cleaning is super important. This tongue cleaner is copper. I like copper as an antimicrobial, naturally antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory metal, but you can also find stainless steel, which is a non-reactive and also a naturally antimicrobial metal. You can find tongue cleaners on Banyan Botanicals. They have a really nice stainless steel one, and that'll be in the links in either the comments or the description of this video. And I just try to avoid plastic, right? We don't need any more plastic in our lives. So aim for finding a metal tongue scraper, tongue cleaner that you like. And also, people ask me, well, what about brushing my tongue? It's not the same thing. When you brush, you push the toxicity or whatever's coating your tongue back into the tongue. And the coating on the tongue isn't the actual ama. It's not the toxicity being formed in the digestive system. It's an indication of the ama. So what's on your tongue is, mucus, saliva, dead skin cells, things that have accumulated overnight and that are sort of coming out of the body, that the cells are releasing and detoxifying. So you don't want to brush, because you don't want to push that back into your tongue tissue. You want to scrape it off and get rid of it before, again, you even drink any water. So after you tongue scrape, rinse your mouth out, drink some water, and you're set. You've stimulated your agni, your digestive fire, your metabolism. You have freshened your breath, and you have checked out the state of affairs for your digestive system, your doshas, the bodily tissues, all kinds of things. You can also find some cool resources if you just Google tongue map or tongue cleaning Ayurveda. You'll see some photos or some diagrams, I should say, of the tongue and which parts of the tongue correspond to different organs in your body. So for instance, the tip of your tongue is the head, and then the central channel of the tongue is your spine, going from the head down to the base of the spine toward the back of the tongue. So, and then the organs on either side. So if you see cracks over certain areas, that means there might be some instability or even disease or health challenge associated with that organ or part of the body. There might be an injury there. So the tongue is just a really fascinating place to start your Ayurvedic journey, and tongue cleaning is a fantastic way to start your Ayurvedic morning routine. So I hope you found this helpful. Please feel free to contact me, Meghan, at meghanhayes.com, if you have any questions or if you'd like to set up an Ayurvedic consultation to learn more about you and help heal. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. See you next time. Happy tongue cleaning.